Hello and welcome back to another video. And it's the final video of the series. Yippee! Which means I'm drawing Monika. Since this is the last episode, I shall be going more into depth about Monika's character. Now, who is Monika? Just Monika. Anyway, to describe her through the protagonist's words, she is perfect, skilled in every respect, astonishingly smart, beautiful, athletic, and charismatic. Monika is the main crush of the protagonist, and yet she's the only one you cannot romance in the game. This leads to her going a little bit kooky and messing with the character files. This can be seen in Arc 1, where Sayori slowly slips into depression, as well as, leaving her hanging. This is actually Monika taking a negative trait and causing it to, expand, so to say, and leads Sayori to, let's just say you didn't give her that high five she really needed. So the reason that you cannot romance Monika is because the protagonist is painfully aware of how average he is. This leads to him feeling like he is really just not good enough for Monika because, again, he sees her as perfect. But Monika being perfect leads her to being flawed because she ends up feeling like she cannot excel because she's clearly not doing enough to get the protagonist's attention. But what she doesn't realize is that that's the whole reason that she's not getting the protagonist's attention because he feels like he's not good enough. But if we look into the plus, we can see that she's not exactly perfect. She's not really that good with people, so she gets Sayori to help out with recruiting members for the club. As well as this, she's not really able to deal with conflict as seen in the Natsuki and Yuri fight. And instead, she hides behind Sayori to deal with the conflict. Speaking of conflict, I think I may end up having conflict with this bloody dog because this dog decided out of nowhere that she wanted to go on a walk. So what did she do? She decided to jump up onto my chair and start hitting my back and shoulder with her claws, and it really bloody hurt.
What? What? Ow! What? Ow! What? Why do you do this every time? Ow! Stop it! Ow! Ow! Stop it! Ow! Why? You see her punching me? Fucking punching me, she is.
Anyway, that aside, let's get back onto Monika. We were talking about how she struggles with conflict, so this is where Sayori's character comes in. She is made to be the conflict resolutionist, where Monika cannot be. Since this is an area where Monika lacks, removing her from the game, like she did, managed to mess up the game further for her. Her lack of ability to communicate with people managed to cause more conflicts and cause more of the game to mess up. And the more the game messed up, the more she had less control. And then the more she tried to fix things, the less control over it she had because the more she tried to fix, the more it messed up. Okay, moving on before I run myself into a circle. I shall read some trivia from the wiki. This is the Plus wiki, so you might get some spoilers. If you want to, avoid spoilers, go play the game. Maybe even watch a video of it. Anyway, enough stalling. Let's read some trivia. As stated by Monika herself, Natsuki was the reason Monika started playing piano. And you can see this scene if you go into the story mode of the Plus. She took inspiration from Natsuki's cupcake baking and decided she could try learn piano. Okay, I know these sound completely unrelated, but I mean, she took inspiration from the fact that Natsuki had a little hobby and she wanted to start a hobby of her own, and that turned out to be piano. So the next fact is that Monika made a song for the literature club called My Song, Your Note. A little bit of information about this song. She titled it based on the club members' initials. My was for Monika, M. Song was for Sayori, Your was for Yuri, and note was for Natsuki. Although with this information, she kept it to herself because she was too shy to mention how she named it after the members. Before playing the song for Natsuki, she actually had a similar conversation to what she had with the protagonist at the end of the game. To quote the conversation with Natsuki, and I'm not really good at it yet, like at all, but I wrote a song for the club, and I worked really, really hard on it. It doesn't have any words or anything, but well, yeah. You can tell that this is like really inspired by the dialogue she has with the protagonist because I'll read out the dialogue she has with the protagonist. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been practicing like piano and stuff? I'm not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So, yeah. I'm sorry, that's not the best Monica impression. I don't really do a Monica impression, but yeah. Okay, maybe I do a Monica impression because I just said the same thing as her. Yeah. Anyway, so in both cases, she likes to ensure the person that she's talking to that she's not really any good at it, like at all, as well as the fact that she worked really, really hard on it. In a way, this shows another flaw that she has. She's not really confident in herself and her abilities. And honestly, mood. Speaking of flaws, another fact from the trivia on the Doki Doki Literature Club Plus page, it says that she sees herself as a pushover. And honestly, you can kind of see this in the game where she learns that everything around her is fake, and yet she still just keeps on playing along as if everything's normal because they're still her friends, and she doesn't want to lose all her friends. Even after deleting her friends in the ending, she still had them tucked away in a file somewhere other than actually properly deleting them. But in reality, what she sees as being a pushover is just her being a good friend. And that's pretty cute, but you know what else is cute? Our favorite ice cream flavor is vanilla. Yeah, that's what it says on the wiki. Also, final fact on the wiki plus, you get emails in the plus version, and in one of the emails, it's revealed that Monica's name is an acronym for Monitor Kernel Access. Kernel access is basically just you have access to the entire computer and everything on the system. Well, pretty much everything. I'm not a computer expert, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, basically, she's named after the fact that she has control over everything. It's pretty cool considering it just seems like a normal name. Just a little break from facts. Just a little reminder that you can like the video if you feel like it, if you're enjoying it. 10 likes and I'll play a bunch of Doki Doki mods. Anyway, back to facts. Here's a little fact that I noticed. In promotional art, you can see her holding a pen, and that's a reference to her song, Your Reality, where the first line is literally, in my hand is a pen that'll write a poem for me and you. I thought that was just a little fun fact, so I don't care if people have already noticed it. I just thought it was cool. It was interesting. Another thing is that she has physical traits to define her from the other girls, like the black socks and the pink shoes. But as well as this, her name does not end with I, whereas all the other girls have names that end with I. I don't really have any more facts to share, so I could just start talking about the drawing now. You may have noticed me getting a little bit annoyed after noticing that her hair was too tall. And I realized it way too late because then I couldn't fix it or else I'd have to basically redo the entire drawing. So, yeah, sorry about that, Monica lovers. Other than that, this is the only one where I kept switching between the two versions of the promotional art, the plus and the original, because in the original, whoa, I'm sorry, Mike. In the original, I wanted the pose, but like in the plus version, I wanted like the hair kind of, and also the colors, and also the eye shape, but also the picture I had of the for the original version, it was very blurry. So I couldn't really use that much. I'm sorry that I paused randomly. My brain likes to just stop working for moments at a time, and I don't really know what to do about it. It's just how my brain is. Like, there's so much going on in my brain that sometimes it just has to shut down. Anyway, it's fine. It's normal. At least for me, anyway. Anyway, if you want to leave a comment of your favorite character, because now I'm curious. So, yeah, please tell me who your favorite character is and why. I don't know what my favorite character is anymore. I really don't. I love all of them. Anyway, I'll talk a little bit about how I shade since we're on the shading, I guess. Basically, I block down where shadows should be with like a hard brush, and then I go in with like an airbrush. I know airbrushes are normally like, don't use them. You go overboard and blah blah blah, but like yeah, it's kind of useful for what I do. Yeah. For some reason it makes it look a lot cleaner whenever I add the airbrush. Basically just you can use the airbrush just as long as you don't, like make everything look all blended together. I'm running out of things to talk about, so I think it's music time. So, hey, congratulations if you made it this far without, skipping through. Thank you for that, actually. But, yeah, you've made it to the end of the video, so please go ahead and like and subscribe if you want. Please. Bye-bye.